landfall in Florida. We'll have live updates and the latest information coming up.
Plus, as Ian comes onshore, storm surge is a major concern as some forecasts show surge could be upwards of 9 to 12 feet. And here at home, local utility providers send crews to Florida to help with recovery efforts.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We begin today with breaking news out of Florida as Hurricane Ian makes landfall along the state's west coast. This is KOAM News at Noon. I'm Tanya Bach. Hurricane Ian is making landfall right now, bringing gusty conditions on Sanibel Island on Florida's southwestern coast. Ian is now a powerful Category 4 storm, packing winds of 155 miles per hour, making it near Category 5 strength. The National Hurricane Center says Ian is expected to cause life-threatening storm surge, catastrophic winds, and flooding in the Florida peninsula. This is aerial footage of downed fences and other damage caused by winds turned up by Ian in Pembroke Pines. Several tornadoes have been reported as a result of Ian from some of the outer bands of the storm across southern Florida. Well, Hurricane Ian has grown stronger as it makes landfall in Florida. The powerful storm is packing top sustained winds, as I said, of 155 miles per hour. Just shy of a Category 5 storm. As Jason Allen reports from Tampa, Ian is already causing damage even before it makes landfill.
Hurricane Ian flooded streets in Key West before dawn as the powerful storm barreled toward Florida's southwest coast, bringing with it strong winds and heavy rain across the state.
It is going to have major impacts in terms of wind, in terms of rain, in terms of flooding. So this is going to be a nasty day, 2 days.
Be prepared. Storm warnings are real. The evacuation notices are real. The danger is real.
The storm damaged neighborhoods, including in Pembroke Pines, north of Miami. In Davie, Florida, residents woke up to downed trees and other debris. More than 2.5 million people were under mandatory evacuation orders, but by law, no one could be forced to leave.
I urge Floridians who have made the decision to shelter in place, to stay indoors, and stay off the roads.
The National Hurricane Center warned of storm surges, raising the level more than 12 feet for some coastal areas. Officials in Charlotte County braced for a direct hit.
We are beginning to see sustained tropical storm force winds, which means emergency crews from all of our emergency response agencies have been pulled from the road and are no longer able to respond.
There are already reports of power outages, and officials with Florida Power and Light warned people in Ian's path. Electricity could be out for days. The state and FEMA say they are ready to help as soon as the storm moves out.
We have moved in a variety of generators of all sizes and types.
And the U.S. Coast Guard urged people to be cautious as it answered several calls for help this morning from people in Key West caught in the storm. Jason Allen, CBS News, Tampa.
Governor DeSantis said the state has 30,000 linemen and 7,000 National Guard troops to aid in the recovery efforts. Well, Chris Warner joins us now with the latest on Hurricane Ian.
That's right. We've been watching coverage from stations in Florida. This is from WFTX Fox 4. We're actually working to have one of their meteorologists join us live tomorrow morning on our morning show to talk about conditions there. He did tell me in a phone call today they've actually evacuated their station and are at the Gulf Coast University in Florida, just in the southern portion of Fort Myers, because he said their building is only rated for winds up to 105 miles an hour. So our Skywatch Storm Tracker, of course, is quiet. It's Hurricane Ian making landfall right now just off the west coast of Florida near Fort Myers. Hurricane warnings and even tornado warnings throughout the peninsula. Tropical storm warnings stretching from the Georgia coast all the way down to Miami. This is Ian right now. Winds sustained at 155 miles an hour, as Tanya mentioned. They're looking at gusts of 190 miles per hour as this hurricane makes landfall, and its track will continue to place it just to the north of Fort Myers. Once it makes landfall, it tracks across the peninsula and then gets into the Atlantic as a tropical storm before it will make landfall again in South Carolina as a tropical storm. We'll have more on Hurricane Ian throughout the day, and of course we'll have more on our local weather here in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Chris. Well, the 4 states' Red Cross workers answer the call to help in Florida. On Tuesday, nearly 100 disaster responders from Missouri and Arkansas lined up to help hurricane relief, with approximately 40 more on standby. Teams consisting of 2 drivers will deploy 4 emergency response vehicles to Florida. They're leaving today from Columbia, Jefferson City, and Little Rock, and on Thursday from St. Louis. Well, local utility electric line crews from Missouri and Arkansas are also making the trip to Florida to help in the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Line worker crews from 13 utilities are traveling to Orlando, where they will be dispatched to Florida municipal utilities in need of electric restoration after the storm passes. The group is organized by the Missouri Public Utility Alliance.
Help restore power. It means pole replacement, new transformer placement, hooking houses back up with electricity, whatever's needed to restore the distribution system of the impacted electric system in that community.
The city of Carthage sent 6 electric linemen. Well, developing story this noon hour, the Newton County Sheriff says the missing inmate, Michael Durison, is now back in custody. Authorities say on September 18th, the 41-year-old assaulted an officer and escaped while receiving treatment at Freeman Neosho. Yesterday, the Newton County detectives and Joplin police officers together arrested Durison along with a 20-year-old female in a travel trailer on West 20th in Joplin. You can read more on this story and the new charges Durison is facing on our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. And a fire investigation is underway in Seneca, Missouri after a mobile home catches fire early this morning. It happened at the Highway 43 mobile home park around 5:15. Seneca City Fire, Newton County EMS, and Newton County Sheriff's deputies responded. Crews say the fire started in one trailer home and spread onto the trees above. Firefighters were able to contain the blaze to one residence. 3 adults lived in the home. Well, the 4 states is experiencing cooler temps this week, thankfully. Let's go to Chris Warner with a first look at our local forecast.
Yeah, things are not too bad across our area except for the drought situation, which we'll talk about. Temperatures this noon hour still not bad either. 75 Joplin, 74 in Pittsburgh, 73 Iola, 75 in Chanute. A little warmer out west, 77 Neodesha, Independence, and Sedan. The drought condition we talked about, still no change, but we are in exceptional drought for a good portion of southeast Kansas, parts of northern Oklahoma, pushing extreme drought conditions across portions of southwest Missouri and a lot of southeast Kansas, and we just don't have any rain on the way yet, but there could be some changes we'll talk about. Going through the rest of today, we're 77 at 2, 75 at 5, 66 by 8 with a high of 82 under mostly sunny skies. We're going to take another full look at our forecast here in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Chris. That's a look at today's top stories and weather in our first 7 minutes. Up next on KOAM News at noon, inflation is everywhere, especially at the checkout. Stick around. We've got tips to help you keep some of that hard-earned cash in your bank account. And later, it's time to get sweet. We're making mini almond dream bars in the Mr. Food Test kitchen. A recent government report says prices for groceries jumped more than 13% in the past year. Meg Oliver went to the grocery store with Brian Vines from Consumer Reports to find some small ways to save big.
So what can we do to save money?
Wednesdays are the universal best time for grocery shopping. Between 8 and 10 a.m., stores are stocked for that Thursday to Sunday rush where supermarkets do 80% of their business.
So you need to plan a schedule.
Absolutely. And if you can, shop on the last 4 days of the month where you get the deepest discounts because stores are ready to turn over for the next month.
Fruits and vegetables are essential. How can we shop smarter for them?
Fruits and veg are at the peak of perfection right now, but frozen is always ready and they're just as nutritious, and you can stock up and save them. It beats the season and gives you savings all year long. Unit pricing can be your friend, especially for non-perishables like this water that you could buy a bottle for about $1.33 a quart, but these in bulk, 33 cents a quart.
And how do you cash in on special member deals?
Oh, this is where you're going to need your phone. There's so many stores that offer special member pricing if you join their savings club, and it translates into real value in the store and sometimes even at the pump.
And how about when it comes to protein?
Protein prices are skyrocketing, so fight the urge to run right to the meat aisle. Beans are a terrific high-protein option. Taco Tuesday doesn't always have to be ground beef. Get some quinoa, some beans, corn, mix it up.
Mix it up. And I'm assuming eggs would be a really good option.
Eggs are a perennial favorite. They're high in protein.
All right, let's not forget dessert. Come on, Brian.
Here it is. We have found my happy place.
Mine too.
Listen, reduce for quick sale. If your grocery store does not have one of these, find a different store.
How much can you save?
50% off
50%?
easily. Everything here is half off.
I have a family of 5. How much could I save with these tips?
My family of 2 has saved $340 so far this year just using the in-store savings app.
Wow. Just from the tips today, we saved more than 20 bucks.
All right.
Not bad. I'm Meg Oliver with Brian Vines in the Bronx, New York.
I love store savings. Still to come on the KOAM News at Noon, Mr. Food.
Want to know which recipe is bound to jam up our website? Because it's so darn good. It's coming up soon, so stick around.
But first, Chris Warner returns with your complete 4-state forecast.
We got another mild day ahead of us, above average temperatures for this time of year, at least in the afternoon, but our overnight lows have been cooperating by being right about where they should be. Right now at 7th and Range Line, we have absolutely clear skies. It looks just lovely out there right now, and it is not bad in terms of the temperature. 75 degrees. We're a little cooler than what we were yesterday. East wind at 10, sometimes gusting up to about 20 miles an hour. Temperatures across the region look really good as well. 74 Yates Center, 75 in Chanute, 77 Parsons and Chetopa. A little warmer here, 79 Miami, 79 Grove, 80 in Jay. So still above where we should be, but temperatures aren't bad. They're not pushing 100 degrees like they were a couple of weeks ago. Allergy outlook, 6.0 out of 12 today, 5.5 out of 12 for tomorrow. Still forecast to drop a little bit, so some relief for allergy sufferers. As we go through the rest of today, we're still looking at an afternoon high of 82, it'll be 77 by 2, 75 at 5, 66 by 8. We'll have mostly clear skies. Things are going to be calm, quiet, and unfortunately dry. As we were talking about the drought situation, it is still not good. No improvements whatsoever, and we have few rain chances on the way, but at least there's rain chances on the way. Going through tonight, 61 at 11, 57 by 2, overnight low, seasonable but chilly compared to what we've been used to lately, 49 under mostly clear skies. Heading into the weekend, we stay unseasonably warm and dry. Mostly cloudy on Saturday, 85, 86 and partly cloudy on Sunday. It's not until next week that we actually see some chances for rain. So we're going to skip ahead on the future track into next week, and we'll watch the rain chances. We see a system out to our northwest by Tuesday. We're hoping it's going to bring a few isolated showers Tuesday and into Wednesday morning. And then we're looking at slightly better chances of some showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two as we head into Wednesday evening and some parts of Thursday. And then as we go back into Friday, as you see, we clear back out again. There's just not ample rain chances out there. 7-day forecast. So we are 80 tomorrow. So a little bit cooler even tomorrow. Then we're 84 on Friday. We heat up again through the weekend, 85 next Monday. And again, we are clear to partly, even some mostly cloudy skies here and there. Then we watch Tuesday with that slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, which we are hopeful will increase. We really need this rain. And if not on Tuesday, this is the crazy part, because you see our overnight lows start to warm up where they're not so seasonable anymore. Look at Friday of next week, 91 degrees as we head into the end of next week. But we also look at additional shower and thunderstorm chances. So we are keeping our fingers crossed. Those chances, as you see, they're only 20%. They're relatively low, but we are certainly hopeful that those chances will increase and that we will get this rain, because the drought situation is just extreme for a good chunk of the area, and we need this rain to get here. So we're going to keep an eye on this. Hopefully it comes together for us. It's really looking better Wednesday into Thursday as a better chance for some showers and thunderstorms, and hopefully that chance again will just increase, because I can't say it enough. We need the rain. Folks in the 4 states know we need this rain. So even though the weather's nice, it's great to get outdoors and do things, we need that rain.
It's going to be pretty chilly tonight, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's going to be chilly. But the thing is, these lows for the first few nights here are right about where they should be. It's our afternoon highs that are off course. And then, as we head into next week, though, overnight lows start to warm up, and they're well above average. And temperatures even higher above average.
All right, thanks, Chris. We take this time to honor today's four-state hero, Specialist John Testman in the U.S. Army. The Baxter Springs, Kansas native joined the D Battery 1st Battalion, 7th Air Defense Artillery. In 1976, he worked as a heavy equipment mechanic. To John Testman, we thank you, our four-state hero. In the mood for chocolate? Well, today Howard shows us how to make homemade candy with his recipe for mini almond dream bars in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Whenever we do a recipe for a homemade candy bar or fudge, we see a huge increase in visitors to our website. And to tell you the truth, I can understand why. Who doesn't love homemade confections? So let me show you an easy one that we just came up with. We start by melting some chocolate in a microwave. That can be baking bars or melting discs. While that sits for a sec, we place a jar of marshmallow cream in a bowl and microwave it until it's melted. Then we add a splash of vanilla and our melted chocolate. After it's mixed well, we spoon it into a loaf pan that we line with foil and pop it in the freezer for a bit. Once it sets up, we cut it into bars and top each with a couple of almonds and finish them by dunking them in even more melted chocolate. And if you're thinking, am I dreaming? This sounds too good to be true. Well, you're not. So if you love chocolate, I mean really love chocolate, I suggest that you go online and get the easy step-by-step recipe for our mini almond dream bars. Yes, they're totally worth the calories. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a sinfully rich and chocolatey way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
In a bite-sized way. You can find this recipe along with a lot more good food from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen online. Just go to our website at KOAMnewsnow.com. Here's a look at our four-state market prices.
All right, 82 today, 80 tomorrow, 84 by Friday. We stay unseasonably warm. We stay dry until we see some slim chances of rain building in by Tuesday of next week.
All right, what do we have coming up tonight at 5?
Well, at 5, September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. In Health Watch, 2 women connected by the gift of life get to meet for the very first time. Plus, Freeman Hospital is hosting a strategic planning for pediatric disaster response and emergency preparedness. And local entrepreneurs share stories of success when making ideas into reality with the help of a group called Builders and Backers. Hope you join us for those stories, a lot more, of course. It's all coming up today on KOAM News at 5.
And of course, we'll have the latest on Hurricane Ian.
Absolutely.
All right, sounds good. Thank you for joining us for KOAM News at Noon. We'll see you right back here at 5 o'clock.